Okay, I'm going to unmute everybody for a second just to see what happens. Surprisingly okay, actually. Oh, hello. Kieran, we don't see you. Vanessa, we don't see you. Hugo, that's very idyllic background. Hi, Daniela.
Hi.
Okay, we're going to start in a minute.
Oh Gott, wie viel hatte ich? Erik hat sogar einen Anzug an. Krass. Schon mal in einem Zoom-Meeting. Mit, Achtung, so vielen Leuten gewesen.
What the fuck?
Wat een glas. Wat een glas. Ga voor gin.
All right, everyone. Welcome. We have 50 people on the call. And for now, I'm just going to mute everybody because although it seems okay, so maybe we'll try it for a second. But if you're muted, the reason we're muting is because of all the technical issues that we might have. So first of all, welcome. Hope everyone is safe and in good spirits. If you can show your video, that would be fantastic. And then also feel free to utilize the chat system on the right so that you can talk and clap for people's performances as well. And so there is also going to be an opportunity later for us to be in small groups and actually verbally chat. So we're going to kick this off right now. First and foremost, I wanted to introduce Alicia Lopez, who works with me in the programs office, and just want to give a shout out because she's really put in a lot of work to organize this event for us. Where are you, Alicia?
Hello. Hi, everyone. It's so good to see you all, even if just virtually. Thank you for joining us to celebrate the end of the year.
And your dogs are barking in the background.
So, yes.
Hold on, I'm hoping I'm muted, but.
Okay, let me actually now mute you all. Okay, all right, so we're here to celebrate and close 2019 and 2020, the year. And the goal today is really just to celebrate and have fun with each other. And so first of all, I just want to give a big shout out to all the performers who submitted their videos and really for all the extra effort that they contributed in terms of putting performances together. Hopefully the audio and the visuals will work out smoothly. And we know this doesn't do it justice the way the performances go at our live events, but we hope you'll feel an essence of celebration and joy as we celebrate together. Okay, so first up, we are going to go to France. We're gonna go see Kieran Janin in France, who's at home right now, and he's performing a song called Pure Imagination. So we're gonna kick it off right now with Kieran.
Come with me and you'll be in the world of your imagination. Take a look and you'll see in your imagination. We'll begin with us been traveling in the world of our creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you wanna feel paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with your imagination. Living there, you'll be free if
I want to say greetings to all of you. It's a strange situation. I actually wish I were not here. I wish I were down in the Chevron Auditorium and in the Great Hall welcoming you all to Sunday supper this evening. But alas, I can't be there, so I'm glad to be here with you at this moment in time. Also in the room with me is my darling wife, Susan, who's sitting behind me, and Tim Lynch, our events and rentals manager. So the three of us are here. They both have their face masks on. I have my face mask right here because starting today and tomorrow, we all have to wear face masks all the time here on campus. But I just want to emphasize the point that iHouse was built for community. We were built for being an interactive place. And it's been a struggle these last 2 months not being that. So many of you had to go home or go to other places in the world. And the remnant who remains has been strong, but it's a small remnant. It's only about 25% of our regular resident body who remains. And so we're hoping that through the summer and into the fall, we can start rebuilding and refilling the house. We do have a newly defined and refined community statement that we'll be using as we celebrate our 90th anniversary over the summer and into the fall. And this is focused on fostering fellowship, cultivating community, and growing leaders. And all those things are great, but they're really hard to do in a circumstance where we have to social distance from one another. So we're going to strive, we're going to keep on going, but these kinds of interactive activities are especially difficult during a time like this. I want you to know that I have immense gratitude to our dining team, our custodial and maintenance group, and all those who have worked so hard to keep iHouse on his hospitable place during this COVID-19 episode. It's been a challenge, but we've kept it going, and we're going to try, as I said earlier, to refill the house over the summer and into the fall. But more than anything, I hope that we can all consider together what we have learned from this COVID-19 episode. More than anything, I believe we will cherish our social interactions more than anything else because they are so fundamental to who we are and what we do. And I also hope that we'll understand more than ever that this globe on which we live is deeply interconnected, and that these geo and social and political boundaries that exist are largely artificial, and that everywhere we go, we're connected to one another. The virus has crossed boundaries like wildfire, and so we have to understand that we are deeply interconnected. And if there's anything that you take away from this iHouse experience, I hope you believe and understand the power of this interconnectedness. So now it's a great pleasure to go back to Valerie, and then she will be introducing Abhinav Deshmukh.
Thank you, Hans. And before, we just want to also acknowledge that this is Hans's last major event with us before he leaves his position at iHouse. And so as a small tribute, we've invited Abhinav Deshmukh from India, who is also at iHouse currently, to share some words that we know are meaningful to you, Hans. So Abhinav, welcome.
Oh, thanks, Valerie. I can share my screen. Okay. I'm just going to read a poem. It's not my poem, but it's words that in many ways epitomize what we feel about Hans and about our journey in iHouse. A poem called Ride, Captain Ride. 73 men sailed up from the San Francisco Bay, rolled off of their ship, and here's what they had to say. We're calling everyone to ride along to another shore. We can laugh our lives away and be free once more. But no one heard them calling. No one came at all, because they were too busy watching those old raindrops fall. As the storm was blowing out on the peaceful sea, 73 men sailed off to history. Ride, Captain, ride upon your mystery ship. Be amazed at the friends you have here on your trip. Ride, Captain, ride upon your mystery ship, on your way to a world that others might have missed. Hans, on a personal note, thank you so much for being a steward to the iHouse mission, for making iHouse one of the best experiences of my student life. And I can just say that for everyone on this call. And I can only hope that your mystery ship continues to take you to worlds that others might have missed. Thanks again for all that you have done for iHouse and for your service to this community.
Thank you, Abhinav. And thank you, Hans, for your years of service as well. Okay, so let's see if I can come back here. All right. So next we are going to be going to Fremont, California, which is not very far away from here. And we will be with Ellen Mao, who's going to be performing a song whose official title is in your program, but it's really tricky to pronounce. So I'm just going to read Ellen's alternative title, which is A Comedy of Errors from Just 2 Weeks of Practice. Okay, here we go. Great. Good job, Ellen. All right. Okay, and so next up, we have some remarks from Jason Patton, who is the Chief of Strategy and Director of CIL. Let me find you, Jason, and unmute you. Jason, go for it.
Okay, thanks, Valerie. It's such a delight to see everybody, to see all of your smiling faces, and to have this chance to be together again. I just want to take a couple minutes to share some thoughts with you. And it starts at my daughter's elementary school in Pennsylvania, where my family and I lived for a few years. And we had a tradition at that school where every Wednesday in the morning before classes began, we had what we called Sing. And it was a time to gather with the children and the families and the teachers of the school and to celebrate being together by singing together. No matter what songs we happened to sing on any given day, we always closed with my personal favorite, which is called Go Now in Peace. Peace is something that we talk about a lot at iHouse. In fact, if you think about all of the lofty concepts that compose what iHouse is all about, peace might just be at the top of that entire list. And I don't think I'm alone in feeling like over the past few weeks, peace in my own mind and my own heart has seemed like something distant and hazy, like some kind of a wistful dream that I can't even touch. And the reality of any given moment is much more likely to be some combination of stress and fear and sadness, anger, dread. The list goes on and on. At the same time, I feel like I've been really blessed to experience some moments of genuine peace during this time. And what I want to share with you all right now is just 3 quick thoughts that have helped me to achieve some measure of peace and that I hope might help you also. First, however you are feeling on any given day or in any given moment is fine. Let yourself feel. Share how you feel with those that you love and trust. Be in the muck of this moment. Allow it to bring you closer to others, because I promise you they are there too, right there with you. This simple way of connecting with others will bring you peace. Second, it's okay to feel joy right now. In fact, it's important to feel joy, especially right now. If joy feels inaccessible to you, that's also okay. But don't let guilt or any other trick of the mind be the thing that stops you from feeling joy. Seek joy wherever and however you can, and celebrate it. Joy and peace go together. Third, and finally, all of the cliches that we hear about how going through hard times helps us in the long run, those cliches are true. We can't know yet just how this will all play out for us, but that's part of the mystery that we have no choice but to live into. After darkness comes light. After death comes life. That is the future that we are headed to. I invite you to rest in the peace of the certainty of a better future. Back to my daughter's school. On those Wednesday morning sing sessions, we always sang Go Now in Peace in rounds. So one group would start, then another group would start, then another group would start. And we would sing the song over and over again as we gradually exited the choir room and went on to whatever tasks and challenges and pleasures that the remainder of our days had in store for us. So we would repeat the song again and again until we were a few steps outside. Not once did I ever escape without a lump in my throat and a tear in my eye at the beauty of this simple ritual. I wish I had a better singing voice so that I could do justice to this for you here now. Instead, I'll offer you simply the words to the song. And I say to you that this is my wish for all of you. Go now in peace. Go now in peace. Let the spirit of love surround you. Everywhere, everywhere you may go.
Thank you, Jason. Okay, people are clapping for you. Great, so give me a second. I'm trying to find that. Actually, so what I'm gonna do is, I was told by someone, just private chatted me, that there's somebody in our space who has a birthday today. And so I'm going to unmute everyone for a split second and see if we can sing happy birthday. And if it fails, I'll just remute you all. But the birthday boy, or young man, I should say, is Desmond. Desmond Doran, can you wave so that you become center of the screen? And let me actually unmute you first, Desmond. Okay, Desmond, say something.
Thank you.
Hi, happy birthday. How old are you today?
21.
Ooh, big one. Okay, I'm gonna try and unmute everyone for a second, and we're gonna try and sing happy birthday. But if not, we'll just sing it and it'll just be quiet. Okay? All right, everybody, here goes nothing. Okay, shall we sing on a count of 3? 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Desmond. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Desmond.
Bad at all, actually. Okay, what we're gonna do now is we want to give you all a little bit of a chance to actually use your voices and chat with each other. And so we're gonna utilize the chat option through Zoom, and it will be random groups, just like Sunday supper, where you have to sit with all these random people and have no say in the matter. And so you'll be able to chat freely for about 5 minutes. You don't have to do anything. The unmute will automatically happen, and then you'll get a pop-up that says that you're coming back into the room. So just don't leave Zoom and hang out there for a moment. I'm gonna try and see if I can make this actually work. Here goes nothing. Okay. Bananas. Welcome back, everybody. I hope that was a good, fun time for y'all to actually be able to chat with each other. Give me a thumbs up if it was good, or maybe like a middle if it was just okay. Excellent. Okay, great. I hope that was a good chance to chat. Up next, we have your council chair extraordinaire, Miss Alina Bishki, who is also still at the house. You can see she's in her room. And she's gonna say a few words on behalf of the student body. So Alina, the floor is yours, if you can figure out.
All right. Hello, everyone. You may recognize me from Sunday Supper or Facebook page or whatever, but I don't want this to be a spotlight on me for the next few minutes. I actually want to talk about my fellow resident council, because what fuels resident council and the things we do are the small hustles and contributions from every member every week that we meet and in between throughout the year. So I have a small presentation that I'm going to share right now. All right, you should see that, and let me present. Okay, so first off, Eric helped organize multiple contests, from Halloween coffee hour to the name board decoration contest. And shout out to Zach, who was here last semester. He had lots of enthusiasm and participation with the group. Benny tirelessly walked around the dining hall during the big give to get donations for iHouse, and we definitely reached our goal. I'm sure very much thanks to him and the other people involved. He also did a lot outside of council, like the mariachi band that he brought on Valentine's Day. At the first dining committee meeting, I remember Mikey brought a notepad full of feedback from residents, especially for vegans and vegetarians, to pass on to the dining people. And advocacy like that is super important throughout the year. Abhinav, also involved in the name board contest, as you see, handles all of your coffee hour reimbursement requests before passing them on to finance. CP joined second semester, and he was just about to get his idea off the ground for a tea and book club. RIP. There are lots of things, we could have done this semester that didn't happen, but it's okay. It's the thought that counts. Sam has worked hard the entire year as our secretary, taking notes at our meetings and making them into summaries to put on the bulletin board. And Taka, after Halloween coffee hour, cleaned all of the pumpkin carving tools that people were using to carve pumpkins in the laundry room before returning them to the program's office, and little things like that I really appreciate. Sunny labored hours and hours to revise our resident council constitution, which is much needed and really unfortunately couldn't go out for a resident vote this semester, but I'm sure that has laid a really good foundation for future councils to look over and create a better constitution from. And that's those documents is a long list of amendments that were needed to be put in. Tom Christian checked out multiple men's restrooms on multiple floors to help me with a bathroom signage project that didn't follow through, but we collected lots of interesting data on the different signs in the restrooms. Very interesting, and I'm really glad I didn't have to walk into the men's restrooms. Stephen, who also helped with the bathroom signage thing, he was also a crucial plug for the Valentine's matchmaking survey because he knew the Bear Pairs people, and so we were able to provide that for you guys for free. Super cool. And we know how successful that survey was, if you remember this post on the Facebook group. And also there you see Khan, he coordinated with physical operations to get paper towel dispenser and broom in the game room, which I'm sure will be used by future participants. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for all the meetings you attended, all the emails you sent and responded to. I really couldn't have done anything that I've done this year without you guys. Thank you for supporting me during these extraordinary times and your fellow residents. So yeah, it's been an unforgettable year. And yeah, thank all of you guys and the staff for everything you've done and all the feedback you've given us. It was an honor and pleasure to serve as your resident council chair. Yeah, go iHouse.
Woo. Thank you, Alina. Thank you for everything you've done as well. If you haven't already checked out, Alina was featured on our podcast. She talks more about her love for iHouse there. Okay, so next we are going to be traveling to the Netherlands, where we are going to be listening to music by Hugo de Jong. So let's get over there.
Hey guys, hope everybody is staying safe and sane. And here's a little something from the Netherlands.
All right, thank you, Hugo. So we're going to stay in Europe, and this time we're going to be treated to a performance by Olivia Prior Palomares, and Maris, sorry if I butchered your last names, in Barcelona, and then Kieran Janin, who's still in France, and the two of them are going to be performing Can't Take My Eyes Off You. And before we start, Olivia has a few words she wants to share, so let me unmute Olivia. Olivia, the floor is...
Hi guys, do you hear me? Okay. Hi guys, I just wanted to say thank you iHouse for organizing this, and also thank you for the amazing 7 months that I spent there. It was like highlight of my experience at Berkeley. Like I feel I didn't go to Berkeley, I went to iHouse. And sorry in advance because we couldn't really match the voice with the music, but at least we tried. And this song is about love, and I'm just sending a lot of love to all of you wherever you are. So many hugs and kisses from Barcelona.
Thank you, Olivia. All right, here we go.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, God has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. Pardon the way that I stare. There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da-da, ba-da, ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da, ba-da, ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da, ba-da, ba. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm the lonely night. I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down. I pray, oh, pretty baby. Now that I've found you, stay and let me love you, baby. Let me love you. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm a lonely night. I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down. I pray, pretty baby. Now that I've found you, stay and let me love you, baby. Let me love you.
Woo. All right, thank you again to both Olivia and Kieran. And next we have a slideshow of photos from iHouse to share with you. Thank you to those who submitted your favorite photos, and a big shout out again to Alicia for putting all of these photos together. Here we go. Enjoy. enjoyed going through memory lane a little bit, and may the memories live on. And one thing we're gonna do right now is actually try to do a group screenshot of all the 74 people on the call right now. So let me see if I can make this gallery view. Oh gosh, it spans over 4 pages, so I don't know if I can get everybody, but we'll take multiple screenshots. Give me a second. Okay, and if you guys can turn your picture video on just for this photo shot, that would be fantastic. Okay, I'm just gonna do a few of them, so just smile. So someone right in the middle, Sophie Unglin, you're right in the middle, it's a big S of my screen, if you can put your video on. Okay, just smile, guys, keep smiling. Smile. Okay, fun. Keep smiling. Ooh, I see lots of people. This is so cool. All right, one more big smile. Okay, I think I have everybody. We'll share these pictures later. So let me see if I can get back to regular viewing. Okay, excellent. All right. So just want to also take a moment to acknowledge all of you who are graduating in about 2 weeks from now. We just give a round of applause to everybody in the class of 2020. Woohoo! Congratulations to each of you, and we wish you the very best in your next adventure, and just shout outs for all your hard work and your accomplishments. So we are at the very end of our celebration, but we have one last performance for you called I Will Survive, which is very appropriate. And it's featuring Sarah Ancheta, who's in San Francisco, Alina and Pierre-Louis Blossier, who are both at iHouse, Kieran, who is still, again, in France, Kaylee, I always want to call you Kylie, but it is Kaylee, I think. San Marcus and Eric Plants, who are in Germany. Matthew Revley, who is in Singapore. I know it's super late there, so thank you, Matthew, for joining us. Maria Z, who is in Poland. And Stephen Boyle, who is in isolation with a bunch of iHouse people in some fancy Airbnb in the middle of nowhere, California. And so I'm gonna actually unmute you, Stephen, so that you can say a few words on behalf of the group. Hold on, Stephen, can you try and say something or move so that I can find you? No, not yet. Hold on, I'm looking through to find Stephen. Okay, here we go. Okay, Stephen, can you say something?
Hi, yes. Thanks for letting me give some opening remarks.
Stephen, you can't hear you. Try again. Oh, you're like muted suddenly, but I didn't mute you. Try again. Oh no.
Hello?
There we go. Good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. For some reason, my internet connection is unstable. But so yeah, I'll be giving some opening remarks. I just want to say thank you to Valerie, Alicia, the whole program office for putting on my last Sunday supper. I remember finding out to my surprise after the first Sunday supper that there was going to be another one. I'd have another chance to perform live and be eccentric and put myself out there in an embarrassing way. But I'm very glad that this was able to come through, and huge shout out to Matthew for spending 6 hours putting this video together. And it's impressive how it turned out. Wait, am I there?
We can hear you, but you're frozen.
Okay. I was like, everyone's frozen. Yeah, and it looks amazing. Everyone sounds amazing. I think it's our best performance yet. I like to call us the social distancing band. I think that I guess there's probably the quarantines, I don't know. But yeah, I think, and yeah, I love iHouse, and I'm glad that I was able to do this. The quarantunes, nice. Love it.
Great. Okay, did you want to say anything more, Stephen, before I show the Quarantunes' version of I Will Survive?
I love you all, and I hope you enjoy. This comes from the bottom of my heart. And also, I Will Survive. It was an unintentional pun with today's circumstances. I just realized how perfect the song was for that Rona. But yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
But my whole house is watching. So.
All of the iHouse residents. Okay, thank you, Stephen and the band. It really made my hair stand, so I'm sure you guys will all love it. Okay, so here we go.
First I was afraid, I was petrified, thinking I could never live without you by my side. But I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. I grew strong, I learned how to get along.
So you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look on your face. I should have changed that simple lie. I should have made it if I had no for just 1 second. You'd be back to bother me.
Now go, walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with the vibe? You think I'm drunk? Do you think I'll lay down and die? No, not I will survive.
Oh, as long as I know how to live, I'll know I still lie.
I got all my life to live. I got all my life to give. I'll survive. I will survive. Hey, hey.
It took all the strength I had not to fall apart. Was trying hard to mend the pieces of my broken heart.
Then I spent so many nights just feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry, but now I hold my head up high.
And you see me, somebody new. I'm not that changeable person, still in love with you. And so you felt like dropping it and just expecting to be me. Well, now I'm saving all my love for somebody loving me.
Go on now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore.
But you were the one who tried to break me. Goodbye, you gotta crumble. You gotta lay down and die. No, not I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'm still alive. I got all my life to live. I got all my life to give. I'll survive. I will survive.
Go on now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore.
Weren't you the one who tried to break me with the vibe? You
You
think
gotta
I'll
crumble.
you gotta lay down and die? No, I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'm still alive.
I got all my life to live. I got all my life to give.
I'll survive.
I will survive. I will survive.
I have to get in all these chats here to see it. Wonderful job, you guys. Thank you so much. I know that it took a lot of effort and time and commitment. So thank you. And that unfortunately brings us to the end of our program. But Hans has a few words to share as we officially close. So let me get it over to Hans. Hans?
Wow, that was absolutely fantastic. Music draws us together in so many ways, and you guys have done it time and time and time again. I think what we see so much here in iHouse is just this phenomenal display of talent. We see all this vitality, resilience, and perseverance in difficult circumstances, and that's one of the true hallmarks of our community. And so as you go out into your own lives in the world, wherever that takes you, just take the spirit of iHouse with you. And if you really got a lot of gumption, go somewhere very different and create a new iHouse kind of environment wherever you go. So let me offer enormous gratitude to Valerie Ong and Alicia Lopez for doing so much behind the scenes work to make this work. Let's give them a big round of applause. Tim Lynch is here with me in this room along with my wife Susan. Thanks to them and all the members of our programming team who worked so hard to make all this happen. We strive to build community here, and here's another example of it. Unfortunately, we couldn't be all together in one place, but we could be together virtually, and we saw a wonderful outcome because of it. So I wish you all the best for the remainder of the spring. Let's hope for a vastly improved public health situation through the summer. And I want to give you my personal invitation to come back to Berkeley and come back to iHouse whenever you can. You will always be welcomed here. This is your home away from home. And you'll always be able to walk right into the dining commons, put your credit card down, and have a great meal. So enjoy that. Enjoy the summer and stay healthy and be a great member of your community wherever that community is. Au revoir.
Thank you, Hans. I'm gonna unmute you all. If you want to try and hang out for a little bit, you're welcome to. But otherwise, thank you all so much for joining us today. I know for some of you super early and for some of you super late. And just be safe, be kind, and bon voyage. Okay, I'm gonna unmute you if you want to try this.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, iHouse.
And she's still there?
All she does.
Oh my God. I have a friend who was in Australia and he was,
you are so ugly.
1 second, el micrófono.
Come on, man. I just woke up.
Oh my God, the microphone
Let me
was
be
on.
ugly.
I was just
Having some of that red pepper stew from that container.
Everybody was
It's
on.
kind of like gelatinous, but it's good. Mixed it in with the rice.
Yeah, no, it's right. But yes, I had a friend who was in Australia. He was supposed to come back to Spain, and then
Maria, hello.
Hello.
Hey. This is funny. Hi, Ian.
Elena, are you and Carmen together in one room? Or is it just my hallucination?